Hello and welcome to the Sound Lab podcast, interviews unedited. On today's show, interviews from Casey John's Lake Malice, EMMMA and Defects, plus we throw back in time to Slam Dunk Festival 2019 to chat to Bad Religion. So without further ado, let's crack on with our first interview from Casey Johns. How are you?
Pretty good, Jim. How are you?
Not too bad, thanks so much. So we've been playing a new single of yours called Smoke Show. Tell us a bit about the single, first of all.
Yeah, so Smoke Show is pretty much my girl power song. So this song is like for the ladies, about the ladies. Yeah, and this is just a song about just giving women confidence in who they are and letting them know that they're a smoke show.
Fantastic. Excellent. And is there more music to come? Is that the plan for this year?
Absolutely, yeah. We've got a brand new single coming out in June, and I think we just picked a date. I think June 13th is the date.
Fantastic. Is there a bigger body of work on the way? Are we gearing up towards an album?
I hope so. I'm hoping by February 2026 we'll be able to release a full record.
Nice. That sounds good to me. So when it comes to the writing side of things, for you, how do tracks normally start off?
Um, Pretty much a lot of different ways. We've been writing a lot in the van because we've been on tour so much this year. So, anytime there's, an inspiration comes to mind, we'll just pick out the guitar and we'll kind of just talk about a topic and then kind of just go from there, depending on whether we're feeling like an upbeat, high energy song or a ballad. We've been writing a ton upbeat songs lately. So, we've been thinking more about a live show. So, yeah, our show has been definitely more high energy than usual. So it kind of just starts with an idea and we just roll from there.
Nice. And we'll touch on the live shows in a moment, but I'd like to talk about the lyrics as well. How easy do you find it to create the lyrics alongside the music?
I think honestly, it's been really, really great to write with the people I've been writing with now. I'm writing with the boys in the band, and they've just been so amazing. They know me through and through, so it's been really great to write with them. And they're so, I mean, we've got our guitar player who's really, really great at licks, and then we've got our bass player who's awesome with hooks, and so it's just we all just kind of make a really, really good team.
Nice. So you one of those who likes the more collaborative approach then, rather than doing it on your own?
I love writing with people, yeah, for sure.
What's the reason behind that? Is it because they have some influence then, or is it just a preference for you?
I think honestly, the way I'm writing now is a bit more rock and roll. So it helps me to write a song when I can actually hear like the hooks and like the guitar licks, and it helps me kind of put me in the moment. And I'm just a rhythm guitarist, so whenever my guitar player is there, he's just got like all these really cool like rock and roll things, and so it's just been really more. I think it's just been more fun to write with the boys in the band.
Yeah, yeah, nice. And you touched on touring. You've been touring. How have the shows been this year? Because you've done quite a few already.
We've been pretty much everywhere. We're in the UK right now, which has been so much fun. Our first UK tour. But yeah, we've been pretty much all over. We're opening up for Walker Montgomery coming up. We're opening up for Clay Walker in the fall. So we've just got shows all over the place this year, especially in the States.
Yeah, loads more to come. Are you hoping to book some more in, or do you think that's kind of it for now for this year?
We will absolutely come back here. I'm hoping in the fall.
Nice. Sounds good to me. And when it comes to headlining your own shows compared to supporting, how do you cater your sets, or are they pretty similar?
What do you mean?
So when you do a support slot, sometimes it's shorter, or you need to cater for the audience that's going to be there compared to when you do your own shows who are there specifically to see you. Is there a difference, or are they pretty similar, the set lists and the shows?
I think they're pretty similar. I try to just pick out the key songs that I know that I think people would love, and songs that I love, and hopefully people relate to them. But yeah, they're pretty similar as far as just trying to tell the audience who I am, and hopefully they like the music, and hopefully we connect.
Yeah, nice. I like to find out as well from people how they got into music and how they got into this style of music as well.
Yeah, so obviously our music is very like country rock with a little bit of blues. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, so yeah, I definitely add in a lot of blues music and a lot of rock and roll influences, but keeping it pretty country. But yeah, so I started playing guitar when I was 15. My granddad played and he taught me how to play and just kind of came from that. And then I asked my mom if she could take me to Nashville when I was 17 over spring break, and the rest is history.
Nice, nice. And you must have some things that you want to achieve in your career. What's one thing that you really want to do?
I would love to do some more collaborative stuff. I mean, I sometimes I get to collab with a bunch of people and a lot of artists out of Nashville. I'd love to hopefully collab with some of my influences like Sheryl Crow.
Hmm,
But yeah, I mean, that would be really cool. And then obviously the goal is to make a new record. So I can't wait to come out with a new record.
sounds good to me. Is there anywhere you've not been to as well that you haven't gone and played yet that you want to get to at some point?
Yeah, we have not been to Australia yet. I would love to make our way over there.
And I hope you enjoyed the interview there with Casey Johns. Now, we are all over social media, so come and find us at The Sound Lab Yes on all the socials, and you can also check out the website, thesoundlabuk.co.uk. Now, while you go and check out all of those and give us some follows, we're going to play you our next interview from Lake Malice, who we had a catch up with just a few weeks ago at Slam Dunk Festival. So, Lake Malice, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm very, very hungry because we got played so early. Didn't eat breakfast. Did a show. Best fucking show I've ever done. Oh my god! I swore straight away. Immediately. You can censor it. It's fine.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, but no, I'm doing really well. Just slightly lightheaded. But so apologies in advance. But
Yeah, how was the show? How did it go down?
it was honestly, it was really, really good. We were joined by some dancers on stage for the first time. It's like a little bit of extra dynamic to the performance. But it was like received really well. It felt really good on stage. Like played one of my favourite sort of sets that we've done. Crowd was great. I mean, look, we played so early. Like we played in the morning. I barely even get up at 20 to 12 most days. But we played at that time, and we had a great crowd. So what more can you ask for?
Well, same again tomorrow, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, I feel like I've completed it now. I might just go home after this.
Yeah. No,
Let's do it again tomorrow. It sounds good. That sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good to me. What's your plan once you finish it this weekend? What you up to next?
So as a band, we are working on finishing off a debut album. We've recorded most of it. To be honest with you, we spent a week with Carl Baum recording drums. Most of it's kind of done really. So it's finishing that off. Working really hard to get that as good as it can be. Bunch of festivals. We're playing 2000 Trees, we're playing Radar Festival this year, and a bunch of others in between. So just like lots of bits like that really, odd bits and bobs. Hopefully some more tours to announce later in the year as well.
Good, yeah, plenty going on then.
Yeah.
And the latest single of yours is Scatterbrain that we've been playing. Tell us a bit about that single.
Yeah, so Scatterbrain, I feel it's quite a personal song to Alice, as most of our songs are. But this one I feel like resonates with me quite a lot as well, because it's about just how it's so hard to just be someone of our generation in this time where you can barely save enough money to do the things that you want to do. You've got this overshadowing of generations, before you who have gone and accomplished so many life goals, like buying houses, having families, and all that stuff is just so like the priorities of our generation is different because we can't afford to do those things. And you feel lost, and you're working so hard, you don't know why you're doing it, you're feeling completely overloaded by social media, and there's so many expectations on you. And it's all overwhelming. And a scatterbrain is about how we're all scatterbrains, just trying to survive daily life right now. I think that hopefully that message kind of resonates a little bit in some way or form. I feel like the song, musically tries to encapsulate that feeling of franticness, and so it's one of the tracks that I'm like most proud of that we've done, to be honest.
Oh, good, good. With a debut record on the way, how's it sounding at the moment? Where are you at with it?
I feel like you can expect more stuff like Scatterbrain. You can expect us to lean more into like our hyperpop influences in a kind of a way that you might say is a bit more risky for us as a band, because that's the shit we love. And we're just we're throwing everything at the wall. We've got some really heavy tracks. We've got some really electronic driven stuff. And we've kind of tried to just make it like everything like Malice represents and really communicate that. Thematically, it touches upon kind of some of the stuff that Scatterbrain touches on. and it expands and delves deeper into that. And I think there's quite a strong message behind all the songs. So I really can't wait to share what we've been working on.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's like worth the wait, because it's been kind of a little bit of a long time coming, but yeah. Hopefully it connects.
Yeah, good. And the direction you've been taking it, is it the direction you guys wanted it to go, or is it kind of how it's turning out?
I think we kind of, it's a bit of both. It's a songwriting, I think, is like letting the songs write themselves sometimes. But we love metal, we love hyperpop, we love everything in between. I think people probably know by now. We're trying to continue that. We're just trying to write the best songs we can possibly write, whilst not sticking to our comfort zone. So, I feel like if you like what we've done so far, and you like artists who are like Charlie XCX, you like Sleep Token, you like just a lot of the newer kind of wave like bands coming out of our scene. Like my mind's gone blank, but there's so many of the great ones, Orgasm, etc. I think you'll dig it.
Yes, good. Tell us a bit about the writing process. How do you guys normally start tracks off?
Generally, we won't start with like lyrics. We'll start with kind of a vibe. Like it could just be a synth. It could just be a drum beat, and then we'll kind of get like a loop going, and it'll be like very, very simple. And then we'll get some lyrics down. And then all of a sudden, there's like, now we have a vision for where this song sounds like it's going. And we'll start to evolve the music, start to evolve the songwriting, the lyrics as well. And what you find by the end is that what we started with is just completely different place to where we end up. The music probably gets rewritten about 3 or 4 times, maybe probably more actually, as we start to really understand what this song is trying to do, and let the song just be the song, basically. Try to shoehorn things into it. So it's kind of like iterating, I would say, is like a good word for it. Me and Alice sitting down, just chilling, basically. We don't really write with like a drummer or a bassist or anything like that. It's very much like viewing it as from a more of a producer sort of electronic music kind of perspective is the way the production very much evolves with the songwriting, as rather than like production happening at the end, which is what some bands may do.
Yeah, fair enough. Obviously, you're a duo, but is it only the two of you who write together, or is there kind of more? It's mainly me and Alice. We do work with producers sometimes to help us try to find where the song needs to go, and it kind of speeds the process up. But I'd say like 80% of it is me and Alice writing.
Yeah. And I hope you enjoyed the interview there with Lake Malice from Slam Dunk Festival 2025. Now, we here on Spotify also have a playlist. It's called Fresh. It brings you 150 brand new up-and-coming artists that we feel like you might enjoy yourself. And if you want to check that out, head to our website, thesoundlabuk.co.uk, and click on our Fresh playlist. Now, while you go and do that, we'll play you our next interview from Emma. That's Emma with 3 M's. She's been releasing some new music, and we had a little chat with her all about it. So, Emma, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, yeah, not too bad. So, we've been playing a new single of yours called Wednesday's Child. Tell us a bit about the single, first of all.
Yeah, so I wrote this song at the end of an 8-year relationship, and I wanted to write something that was not angry, not sad, just kind of accepting and emotional. And Wednesday's Child was born.
Nice. And is there more new music to come?
Yeah, so I will be releasing an EP at the end of this year that has 6 songs on it. 2 of them have been released already, and the rest are going to be released spread out for the rest of the year. So we have a lot coming.
Good. How's the EP sounding?
I think it's great. I'm really proud of it. I don't think I've been more proud of a body of work that I've ever made in my life. So at least if I like it, I'm happy. And that's all that matters. So yeah. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, absolutely. How does it sound in comparison to the music of yours that's already out there?
Yeah, I feel like it's a stronger evolution of the Emma with 3 M's project. I think I was okay with, obviously one of the songs that I've released is called Playing It Safe. I was okay with Playing It Safe for a while, and I think this collection of work is really pushing me out of my comfort zone in the best way possible, that I need, and I'm really proud of how the sound is getting bigger and more strong and important to me, and it feels really good.
Good. And do you know the direction that you want to take your music, or is it a case of seeing how you're feeling at the time when you're writing?
It's a good question. I think I'm already writing for next year, and we have about 30 songs kind of in our vault, and I'm going to keep writing for the next few months. It totally depends on how I'm feeling in the stage of writing. I'm trying to get myself to feel the most things. Like how I can't write if I don't feel. So I'm living my life with the intention of like feeling things. And I think I'm doing a good job. And I feel like writing about my emotions helped me process them. So there's a lot of processing, and I'm feeling confident about the next batch of music. Feel good about it.
Good. That's great to hear. And I like to talk about the writing as well. So for you, how do the tracks normally start off?
So I usually go into a session with a concept or a feeling. Um, I rarely go into a session without like some sort of plan, because I feel like if I allow myself to just go in with nothing, then nothing will happen. So usually like have feelings or a seed of a song or something, and I'll bring it in and I'll be like, "Hey, this is how I'm feeling today. Let's write about it." And then the producer, I'm usually in a room with a producer and another top liner, so another songwriter with me. And the producer will kind of put down some chords, or I'll sit at the piano and play some chords, and they'll kind of get the sound just right. And once we're happy with the chords, then we can kind of figure out the melodic structure.
Mm-hmm.
And once we have that, we kind of insert words into that. And that's usually how it works for me.
And when it comes to the words, the lyrics, how easy do you find it to create the lyrics to the music that's already created?
Some days it's really easy, and some days it's not. And it depends on the vibe. It depends on how strongly I'm feeling about this certain topic. It also depends on like literally just the day. I could be in a room with people that I've been in with many times before, and it just doesn't work for some reason that day.
Mm.
And some days, I had a session recently that we were done with the entire song by like 2 p.m., which is rare, but it happens. It really depends.
Fair enough. And do you like the collaborative approach when it comes to writing, or do you like writing on your own from time to time as well?
So I started songwriting completely on my own. And it took me many years to accept the fact that maybe I have some shortcomings in my writing, and like maybe I can do it all myself. So I started writing on my own, and then I found the love of collaboration like post college, I guess. In college, I was kind of unlearning the things that I taught myself. I went to music school, so I was like, oh, I can do it all myself. And I was being really annoying about it. And then I was like, oh, like maybe someone else can do it like this certain skill better than I can. Why not try and make my music the best I can possibly make it and make it with other human beings? And since I kind of came to that revelation, I love co-writing and I love working with people. And I feel like they have strengths that I don't have, and I might have strengths that they don't have. And it just, I really, the whole thing about it, making music is like connection with people. So get in a room and write with people.
Yeah, absolutely. You've been on tour recently. How's that been going?
Been great. We have one show left. So far it's been absolutely lovely. I've been learning a lot about my new home. I moved to London about 2 months ago, and I've been learning a lot about the country and, seeing everything, all these cities that I've never been to before, and meeting lots of really lovely people. And it's been an absolute blast.
Good. And how's JC Stewart been with being on tour with you?
So great. He's lovely. He's so talented. It's so fun to watch him. Sweet, sweet human being. I'm having a good time.
Good. And once this this weekend's over with, what's your plan next for doing some shows?
So we're trying to look at a London show in August, hopefully. We're sorting that out. And if it's not that, then hopefully a support tour in the fall or next year, but TBD. We're working on it.
Good. Are you hoping to go overseas as well, into Europe, States?
Yeah, for sure. I did a lot of touring in the States when I was younger. And and that was fun. I liked it, but I'm looking to go back for sure and perform there if I can, and definitely Europe and everywhere really. Anywhere that'll have me, I'll play.
And I hope you enjoyed the interview there with Emma. Now, if you're loving these interviews on today's show, then we also have an international radio show that brings you an edited version of today's interviews alongside a load of music, a load of great stuff, live sessions too on our 2-hour international radio show. Link to that on our website, thesoundlabuk.co.uk. So while you go and check that out, we'll go and play you our final new interview of the show. It comes from Defects, who we also had a chat with at Slam Dunk Festival just a few weeks ago to talk about new music and more. So, Defects, how are you?
Hey, all good, mate. All good.
Good.
Well, just got to get used to it.
Let's go. You're here at Slam Dunk.
Yeah.
Looking forward to this weekend?
Yeah. I mean, it's kicked off really well. Look, even the sun's come out to say hello.
Right now.
For this weather.
It was predicting rain, and look at it now, so can't go wrong.
It's too hot.
Yeah. So in this moment right now, it's just come out and just.
We're not prepared.
No,
We're not, dude.
No,
We're
but
not. I might have to drop a layer in a minute.
yeah, you might. You're in leather and a hoodie.
Go, take it off. Come on.
Very cold.
Cheers for the boys, mate.
But no, honestly, great start to the festival, and obviously,
Slamming set, wasn't it?
unreal. For us, we've been out doing some bits and bobs behind the scenes that we can't mention yet, but 7
Yes,
months.
you can.
No, we well, you heard one of them. We played something new today, which went down really well. We got everyone down and everyone's to jump up and stuff, so it was really energetic and I loved it. And so we've been doing that behind the scenes, and we're back. It was our first show back, and it couldn't have gone better for us. Yeah.
Good. And it has been a while since you released some new music, so I assume you've been back writing some new stuff.
Oh yeah.
How's it going?
Cooking it up in the lab. It's been great.
Can we talk about it? I don't know.
I mean, we can talk about the fact that we're doing stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
Because we are doing stuff.
Yeah.
It's obviously highly classified.
MI5 level
I'll put
stuff,
it this
mate.
way. It's a very versatile collection of ideas at the minute. Mm-hmm. We're really happy with it.
We've branched out a little bit.
Yeah, we've branched out
A lot.
We're trying new things. Yeah, we have. We haven't played it safe.
No.
And for the fans out there who have just checked us out for the first time, you're gonna see that and then look at our old discography and hopefully see that natural evolution.
Absolutely, man.
And these new experiments that you're trying, they've obviously worked. Is there things that you've tried that haven't worked for you?
You know what? We've been quite lucky. Like with the first album, we always had this goal in mind, didn't we? That was like we were going to try and make something across the board. So we weren't like being niche or anything. If we wanted to make a rock song, we'd make a rock song. If we wanted to make a ballad, we'd make a ballad. Wanted to make something that was gut-wrenchingly heavy. It was just
organic, and we didn't really think about it, did we?
No.
We was just like, you know what? We bounce it back between each other, and it was like, if this slays, it slays. If not, we just leave it. But
so
this time's
luckily,
been a bit more critical, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've had a little sit down. It's mainly to be like we don't want to just make a modern era 2.0.
No.
We don't want to repeat ourselves, and we want to try new stuff that way and make songs that don't sound anything like what we've done. So whilst keeping that formula. So I mean, to me, I've always said it. I'll say it again. The only thing I'd change is the modern era chorus, right? But
you got to get that on film now, bro.
But yeah, apart from that, everything else I was happy with, and the fans so far have been happy with. But yeah, just that. So they were well.
Yeah, but that got us three number ones in America. So
yeah,
cool.
and it's very highly streamed on Spotify.
Yeah,
so
very highly.
Yeah, I'm wrong basically. Even though So yeah.
You can shut up now. The direction that you seem to be going in, then, was it the plan to go in that direction, or is it kind of just how it's turning out at the moment?
I think it's just kind of how it's turned.
We wanted to do, haven't we?
Yeah, the gloves were off, and we wanted to, up our songwriting game and just try new stuff and be out of our comfort zone. It would have been very easy to keep within that formula. But it was just like, from the moment we started, we knew what we needed to set out to do to evolve the band and create something that's going to, it's like the next chapter, and like show people that we're not a one-trick pony at the same time.
Especially as metalcore is how it is at the moment. It's like it's very formulaic, I guess.
Yeah.
So
and we
trying to do that, but to the justice of where we've gone with like stuff from like Gone to Waste.
Yeah. it's showing that diversity and then doing it on a more evolved level. You know, especially with some of the tracks we've got at the minute, like we're really happy because it's even more diverse within the track, but then it's diverse enough to be a standalone away from what we've done before. So it's really cool, and really looking forward to showing that side of us, you know. And
experiments, Tony, not songs.
Yeah, that's it. Experiments and ideas. Experiments and ideas.
Nice. So when it comes to the writing side of things, how do you guys normally start things off?
I mean, there's two ways about it, really. Like Luke,
we've gone chorus out a lot this time, right? On these experiments, we've done a lot of chorus out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that's the best way, I guess, because it gives me freedom on the way out, and you freedom on the way in, I guess.
Yeah, and like I've always kind of gone chorus outwards anyway, and like there's been quite a few times on these experiments where we've had you know. Like you've sent me an instrumental, and you've had something fleshed out, and then
like
it's
inspired.
And it inspired me to write something over the top. So we have two formats, but usually in my phone I'll have like, and I've run out of storage, like loads of fucking
56.7 million choruses.
loads of fudging. Wow, no, I've already said it now.
I've been really good.
I know. But we've had. I've got loads of video ideas, but I can't really tell what is what on it. I've not named it, so there's loads of black screens that just have loads of audio on it, and I have to go through it with all these chorus ideas. I'm like, Luke, what do you like this one?
Sit there for like the week before we get together, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's like,
what about this one?
This slays. Let's roll with it.
This one, naff.
Yeah.
This one, this one sounds like Guns N' naff. Like,
no, mate,
well, I love Guns N' Roses, but
all about that.
It was too far out for us. You know what I mean? But and then we'll find like 5 out of maybe, I don't know,
5,000.
Yeah, like, there's so many, and and then that's how it kind of comes to be, you know.
But it's like that. You set the vibe with the chorus.
It
the
helps.
Chorus is good.
It helps.
It's like
yeah.
Riffs are easy. Riffs are easy, man.
Yeah, he's a riff daddy.
Are the lyrics pretty straightforward to add to the music that's composed, or is it a bit of a challenge at times?
I don't know. Like.
Depends what mood you're in, I guess.
Yeah, it depends what I'm going through. Like I've always gone through like real world experiences, like with lyrics, and I apply it to that. Like I don't know. It's weird. I have to listen to an instrumental like quite a few times. Just sit there on my own, gather my thoughts a little bit, and sometimes I can be inspired. Like with some of the experiments, I've been inspired to write things that maybe this time around aren't as personal as the first album. Which is
a little bit more poetic, I guess.
Yeah, like a little less, like personal to me, and like but still writing about stuff that matters. I've always kind of wanted to keep it in that format, so but it'll be like that, and from the chorus mainly, you got a couple of lyrics that might inspire a whole idea.
Yeah.
Like with this new one we played live for the first time at Slam Dunk. Which is great. Just have to drop it.
We've got to do it again tomorrow as well.
Yeah, and tomorrow as well. It was just a case of like a few little lyrics that I can't sing because we never played it. Apparently, it's classified. It's highly classified. It's an experiment.
It's Area 51, baby.
But just a few lyrics, and it inspired the whole vibe. You know.
Yeah.
Which I will talk about in the future.
We'll have to set this up again then, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's catch up in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, we just gave away the thing. Whoa! It's highly classified.
Job right.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This
exclusive.
This year.
You're getting that exclusive.
This year.
New stuff's coming.
So yeah.
Nice. And once you finish here this weekend, what's the plan for doing some more shows?
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean,
we're out Europe next week, aren't we?
Yeah. So
Mystic and Rock and Ring next weekend.
Yeah. Just a few big ones to start us off again, like you know. But
I don't even know the itinerary. I know that weekend. I think
we're out quite a bit.
We're out for like 2.5 weeks. And then we've got some Phil shows.
Yeah.
North Lane and Trivium.
Trivium that we just announced, which is amazing. You know, like I've grown up listening to those guys like throughout, and they got me into metal alongside Bullet, alongside Avenged Sevenfold. So yeah, amazing to find. It's a full circle moment to finally get a chance to open for these guys. So
I think I'd be a bit more nervous than walking out there today, even though I think we were all brown trowing.
Yeah, we all having 7 months off, but Yeah, you know, there's a lot of festivals on this lineup, like throughout June, July, and August that we've never played before. Yeah. We're going to places in Europe we've never been before, so it really is like
baby. We got a day off in
Resurrection
Spain.
Fest as well. So
friggin' Spain. I got excited. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's a real chance to kind of spread our wings a bit more and go to territories we've never been, and it is a really exciting year for us. Honestly, just can't wait to play them. You know.
And I hope you enjoyed the interview there with Defects from Slam Dunk Festival 2025. And speaking of Slam Dunk Festival, we were there back in 2019 to chat to a bunch of artists, including Bad Religion. So we're going to throw back in time where we had a little chat with Bad Religion at Slam Dunk Festival 2019. So, Bad Religion, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you very much. Slam Dunk.
Slam Dunk.
How was yesterday?
What the hell is Slam Dunk?
I know.
It's something.
One of these festivals.
Yesterday was, for us, it was raining and miserable, and for everyone else, they said, no, this is just a normal day in Leeds.
Yeah.
So it was okay. Mm-hmm. It was okay. It's, you know, it's playing festivals and having that time constraint, and you're just like, fuck, what do I do in 50 minutes?
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Was it a struggle to get your set list?
Yeah, I do it every day, and I just go, what do I do it's hard.
Yeah. Do you mix it up?
Yeah, every day, and we have 400 songs to choose from, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And then there's inevitably someone, you didn't play my favorite song. It's like, dude, I can't help it.
Sadly, that's the way it happens when you've been around for so long.
Yeah.
How's your career been since kind of you starting and kind of working your way up to kind of where you are now?
It's you know what, the story about the frog in the boiling water, if you just do it slow enough, they don't know, and then they just die. That's us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the frog in the boiling water.
Good.
Yeah, it's cool.
I think,
we didn't even see it coming.
No. At what point did you think, actually, we're good at what we do and this is going to be our career?
93, so about 13 years.
Yeah.
13 years after we started, I think that was when we started seeing real growth in playing live. We got better, and people took us a little more seriously. Mm-hmm. So we weren't just playing squats. You start playing actual venues.
Yeah.
So about 93.
Good. And you've got a new record.
Yes.
Tell us about the new record.
It's a new record.
Yeah.
It's a shocking new record. It's like having a baby when you're 50.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't. I think that when we put out True North 6 years ago, I think that we were all pretty content with the material and thought, like, if this is the last thing we do, that's okay. Mm-hmm. And we certainly have a lot of material. And the global climate just politically and socially keeps changing. From Brexit to Trump and everything that's been happening. It's not just those two things, but obviously there are other things at play. And I think that we just started writing without really an intention of having a record. Greg just started writing, and then Brett started writing, and the next thing we're in the studio making a record because it just felt like it was time.
Yeah.
And the net result was a record that we're really proud of.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Excellent. So how has your music progressed since you started releasing music right at the very start through until today?
Lyrically, I hope that we've grown up from being 15-year-olds. I think the sentiment hasn't changed. I think we're still we have the ability to question our surroundings, and that's what we've kind of always been about, is what is it that makes us human? And it doesn't matter whether you're from the San Fernando Valley in California or you're in the middle of the desert in Abu Dhabi. Yeah. There's something about waking up in the morning and wanting what's best for your life, and trying to figure out how we are as human beings and why we treat each other the way we do. And so we've been able to get a little more succinct in our vocabulary, I hope. And I kind of know the fretboard a little more than I did when I was 15. I still don't know the notes, but I'm close.
Yeah,
You get there, I'm sure.
I'm getting, there may be something here. We'll give it a shot.
Yeah. And looking to the future as well, writing wise, do you think there will be another one, or do you just not know at this stage?
At this stage, I don't know. I can't. It's funny because I can only say, well, why not?
Yeah.
But I don't mean that with any sort of intention.
No reason not to.
I think that the gap between True North and Age of Unreason was really organic. It wasn't planned. We just sort of got busy and went on the road, and everybody had their lives, and we started playing in other bands and doing other stuff just because it was fun. But it is different now. Like we've kind of come back together as a band at this point with a purpose, and there may be something in there that's back to that driving force in the same way that we were when we did Suffer No Control Against the Grain. We put out 3 records in just a little under 3 years. It was a vibrant and important time for the band, and I think we have that feeling right now. That's not saying that we're going to make another record next year, but I wouldn't say it's out of the question.
Good.
Who knows?
I think your fans will be pleased to hear something along those lines anyway. So.
Who knows? Yeah, really, who knows?
Yeah, and I guess off the back of this new record, there'll be plenty of touring going on?
That's the plan. I mean, we've got this year all booked out, and then we're already starting in 2020, just trying to find out where we fit in.
Yeah.
That's always the problem for Bad Religion is what do we do? Where do we go?
Yeah.
You just always want to be moving like a shark, because if you're not moving, you just fall to the bottom and then get eaten by snails.
True.
That's what happens to you.
Yeah. So where can people see you towards the end of this year and start next?
I think we're going to stay in the States, honestly, because we've been ignoring the States since 2016. We've just been coming to Europe and playing festivals and haven't been putting in the work.
Yeah.
And I think that our feeling is we should probably be in the States and seeing how that is.
Yeah. Definitely.
I think that's where we are. And then 2020 will be more European headlining shows, actual tours versus 50-minute festival slots.
Yeah. How long a set would you like?
90.
90.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I like 90 minutes because I can, we've been kind of goofing around playing albums as encores. We did Suffer last year and No Control this year.
Yeah.
And both of those albums are, I think, 24 minutes. So we'll play like an hour and 10 and then come out and do an encore of an album for 20 minutes. And it's just kind of like, all right, that just happened. So it feels good to do that, but I can't say that we'll do that next year because who knows?
See what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a tambourine solo.
We'll see. We'll see how this goes.
And hope you enjoyed the interview there with Bad Religion from Slam Dunk Festival 2019. And that's the end of the show for another week, I am afraid. But don't worry, we will be back with a brand new episode of Interviews Unedited. But if you can't wait until then, social media at The Sound Lab, yes, on all the socials, and check out the website, thesoundlabuk.co.uk. And we'll be back same time next week for another episode of Interviews Unedited. Goodbye.